welcome into news on WTOL 11 Plus. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And have a little patience with me. I have a cold right now. Well, we'll get to your headlines of the evening in just a few minutes, but first let's take a look at the weather with meteorologist John Birchfield. So John, we felt the heat today on this last day of summer, but what else, some rain?
Hey, we are going to get some rainfall Sunday evening, and that is going to come as very good news, as we have yet to even receive a quarter of an inch of rainfall this entire month so far. And the latest data this evening puts us now at 1.85 inches below average. So where is the rain right now? There is a round of showers that is now passing off into Pennsylvania and New York, and some additional rain showers to the west of us. That'll be the activity that arrives in our neck of the woods Sunday evening. Temperatures surge to 90 degrees, close to record levels on this final day of the summer season. It was a little cooler near the lakeshore, but down towards Findlay, 91 also in Defiance. Your Sunday forecast does feature some evening showers, a very mild start to the fall season with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Hour by hour breakdown, a dry start to the day, but there's that rain that is going to be good news for your garden and your lawn coming late in the day Sunday. I have the full hour by hour breakdown coming up in just a bit. Michael.
All right, thanks, John. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says 2 people were arrested after a robbery and police chase Friday night. Authorities say it all started when a male suspect stole around $3,000 in merchandise from a Walmart in Monroe and assaulted an employee when confronted. The suspect then fled to a vehicle operated by a female who drove them southbound down North Telegraph Road. Deputies were able to successfully deflate their tires using stop sticks near South Telegraph and Stearns, but the suspects continued into Toledo city limits before finally stopping near the intersection of Telegraph and Detroit, where they are taken into custody. Both are now being held in the Lucas County Jail on multiple charges, and the case is under investigation. Their identities have not yet been released. Well, one person is dead after a fatal crash in Fulton County. It happened around 9:45 last night. According to the sheriff's office, a Suburban failed to yield at an intersection, striking an oncoming motorcycle. The motorcyclist was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the Suburban wasn't injured. The crash is currently under investigation, and we're told alcohol does not appear to be a factor. For 45 years, Planned Pethood, that is, has been working hard to make sure adoptable dogs and cats have had homes to live instead of animal shelters. And today, they wanted to celebrate that milestone. So today they hosted their annual Bark and Brew. An event was hosted in the barn at Perrysburg Animal Hospital, featuring photo ops, vendors, cold beer, and meet and greets with adoptable dogs. The goal is to bring awareness to fostering animals, keeping them out of loud and stressful shelter environments.
We help you every step of the way. We provide all the resources you might need, food, all the vetting is taken care of under Planned Pethood, and all you provide is a home and love, and it's so rewarding.
To find adoptable pets through Planned Pethood or to become a foster, visit the links mentioned tab over on our website. The Girl Scouts of Western Ohio set up camp in the Glass City Center to host an expo for local scouts. The Believe in Girls Expo is an event for all things Girl Scouts, with over 50 program partners providing activity vendors. Skills taught throughout the expo include karate, ballet, and even electrical wiring. The expo also provides young women with potential career paths for their future, and WTOL 11's Amanda Fay was an MC.
It's so important for girls to empower them into leadership. We want to give them a chance to see what different types of careers are out there. They might not know what they're interested in yet, but this is a touch of what might be interesting to them, and we want them to try new skills and build their leadership and confidence.
To find out more information about how to become involved in Girl Scouts, you can visit the links mentioned tab over on our website. A sports hero had a warm welcome home today and was rewarded a great honor from the city of Perrysburg. The Perrysburg Chamber of Commerce and the Perrysburg Alumni Association awarded Jim Leyland with the key to the city of Perrysburg. The Perrysburg native managed Major League Baseball teams like the Detroit Tigers and was recently inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
To be honored in your hometown, that's a special gift. So very proud, very humbled, and Perrysburg is still my birthplace. It always will be, and great community, wonderful people. And you know, it's not the city that makes Perrysburg good, it's the people in the city.
We here at WTOL wish Jim Leyland a welcome home and thank you for making an impact in the community. A big celebration for those who are fighting or have overcome breast cancer is only a week away. The 2024 Komen Northwest Ohio Race for the Cure is happening next Sunday, the 29th, in downtown Toledo. kicking off at 7 in the morning at Fifth Third Field with registration and other events. We have more details about the event and how you can register over on our website at WTOL.com. More roundabouts will be coming to Lucas County over the next few years. The Ohio Department of Transportation says they bring a lot of positives like reducing emissions and saving money for electricity. They also say roundabouts are safer for drivers. Data from the Lucas County Engineer's Office shows roundabouts have reduced serious and fatal crashes at some intersections by 70 to 100%. ODOT released similar data.
I think that was 28 in Weckerly, where we had 100%. It's not going to be 100% forever, but right, this is what motivates me to come into work every day. We know we made a difference there.
The number of crashes at intersections determines which ones will become roundabouts. ODOT and the engineering department say more are coming. Former President Donald Trump is campaigning in North Carolina, where Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, the GOP gubernatorial candidate, has been engulfed in controversy. Meanwhile, the Harris campaign is courting Latino voters. CBS News has the details.
Former President Donald Trump rallied supporters in Wilmington, North Carolina Saturday.
We've won this state every election. The primaries we've won the general elections. And we got one more left before we make America great again.
Missing from the state's Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, a staunch Trump ally who is under fire. CNN first reported a series of past anti-Semitic and sexual comments by the lieutenant governor on at least one pornography website with a username matching photos of him and his biographical information in posts dating back to 2008. Robinson called himself a black Nazi, expressed support for reinstating slavery, recounted secretly watching women shower when he was a teenager, and made other lewd comments. He has denied the report.
Those are not the words of Mark Robinson.
Not enough, says this Trump supporter outside the Wilmington rally.
I think it may be time for him to bail out.
Vice President Kamala Harris focused on the issue of abortion while campaigning in Georgia and Wisconsin on Friday. And Saturday, running mate Tim Walz rallied in the key state of Pennsylvania alongside Latino actors Liza Colon-Zayas and Anthony Ramos.
During this Hispanic Heritage Month, Vice President and I are celebrating the collective contributions of Puerto Ricans and the entire Latino community.
Republican VP hopeful J.D. Vance is also in the Keystone State with 45 days to go until Election Day. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
With only 44 days until the November 5th general election, WTOL 11 Election Explained on WTOL.com and the WTOL 11 YouTube page will cover local, state, and federal election topics, as well as general election-related questions to help you feel prepared before heading to cast your ballot. Do you have something you want us to look into about the election? Let us know by sending an email to news@WTOL.com or texting the word question to 419-248-1100. Springfield residents are voicing concerns about immigration during a town hall with former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. This comes after former President Donald Trump repeated false claims about immigrants during his presidential debate against Vice President Kamala Harris. Community members expressed their frustrations with local officials, feeling that their concerns about safety, language barriers, and the impact of community services are being overlooked.
They're labeling the whole community that we're racist, that we're not welcoming, and they're deflecting and gaslighting us, and that's not the true reason why the community members are upset. We want to live cohesively. We understand how United States is in immigration, but we want the Haitians to be successful, and they want community of Springfield to be successful. We've lived here for so many years.
Haitian community leaders across the U.S. say Trump's remarks about immigrants eating household pets during the debate could put their lives at risk and further inflame tensions in the small city outside of Dayton. The thousands of recent Haitian arrivals in the city have boosted the local economy, but also strained the safety net. After Friday's Israeli airstrike on a Beirut suburb killed a top Hezbollah commander and other senior figures in the Lebanese movement, some say Israel has, quote, crossed the red lines. Hezbollah stated earlier today that Ahmad Wahabi, a top commander who oversaw the military operations of the Radwan Special Forces during the Gaza War until early 2024, was killed in the strike. The Israeli military and a security source in Lebanon say senior members of an elite Hezbollah unit were killed in the airstrike as well, sharply escalating the year-long conflict between the two sides. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated from homes on both sides of the Israel-Lebanon border since Hezbollah began firing rockets at Israel. The U.S. Federal Reserve has reduced interest rates for the first time in 4 years, cutting its benchmark rate 0.5 percentage point. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says the decision was made now that inflation has dropped to 2.5%, closer to the target of 2%. The Fed is planning more cuts over the next 2 years. The move will eventually bring down the cost of borrowing, but it could take some time before consumers feel the effect. In a move to address concerns over child safety, Instagram is launching a new initiative called Teen Accounts, which will roll out over the next 2 months. Parent company Meta will automatically make accounts for users under 18 private and restrict teens to receive messages only from those who they follow or are connected to. Other protections include muting notifications overnight and limiting exposure to sensitive content.
We've listened to parents and tried to take in their concerns and put in place automatic protections.
Optional features are being added, which, if enabled, would allow parents to see who their teen has messaged, view the topics they're looking at, and set daily time limits. Meta says it'll use AI to figure out if teens are lying about their age, and if there are multiple violations, they will remove teens from Instagram altogether. A new study shows Psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, could help millions of people with depression. Research published in Psychedelics found that if the FDA approves the treatment, more than half of Americans currently being treated for depression could qualify for psilocybin therapy. But researchers say we're still learning about the best ways to use the treatment. Northwest Ohio homeowners are raising concerns about the overly dry weather that has capped the end of the summer. They say the lack of rain is damaging plants, gardens, and turning their lawns brown. Homeowners are now forced to put in extra work to keep their yards looking healthy and beautiful. The president of Black Diamond in Toledo says there are several steps you should follow to maintain your yard's lush green feel.
So I don't encourage too much fertilization. Essentially, you're just trying to help the plants through this dry period and then let nature take its course as we start to get cooler nights, and that kind of signals plants to shut down here later this season.
Experts say on average about an inch of water is needed each week in order to maintain healthy and green plants. And throughout the drought, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources is urging everyone to use their water wisely. The agency is asking Ohioans to take shorter showers, saying that you can save 5 to 7 gallons of water per minute. To only run the dishwasher and washing machines with full loads. And finally, they recommend only watering your grass during the coolest parts of the day. They say all this can add up to a big difference. And now let's take one more quick look at the weather with meteorologist John Birchfield.
Hey, Michael, we are going to get that needed rainfall, but it is going to come late Sunday into Monday. The big story for this final day of summer was the heat. We hit 91 degrees with near record warmth. Our current standing record for this day is 93, and that was set back in 1895, 1970, and again more recently in 2017. Temperatures surged to the 90s, especially along I-75 and also to the west in the city of Defiance, hitting 91 degrees. The showers that you may have seen yesterday have now pushed off into the mid-Atlantic region, and it's all eyes on the west, as that is going to be our next rain chance. Severe drought has grown in the last week, especially right along the Maumee River. This area of brown and orange shows you where drought is the most prevalent in Northwest Ohio. Here's the hour-by-hour breakdown. We are going to be seeing a dry start to the day, sunshine to wake up in the morning, but by the mid-afternoon, watching a warm front that'll be lifting on through. We are going to see a very mild feeling day with those showers moving through later on in the evening. And then by Monday, in the wake of this cold front, dry weather briefly makes a comeback, but additional rain will be possible on Tuesday. Here's a closer to home look at that hour-by-hour timeline. Sunshine to start off your Sunday with increasing cloud cover. By the mid to late afternoon, we're going to be starting to see some showers rolling on through, impacting those outdoor plans and dinner time plans as well. Into the evening, more widespread showers will be good news for those yards that may be a bit dry at this point. Here's a look at the rainfall as this system moves on through. We are going to be talking the potential for for an inch or more of rainfall this week. Showers going to be moving through Sunday evening. A very mild start to fall with temperatures that'll be in the mid 80s, and rain chances are likely starting Sunday evening and continuing through early next week. Still seeing some indications that an inch or inch and a half or more of rain is possible, and this includes rainfall through Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. So it is going to fall over several days of a time span. Much of the day Monday is going to be dry, and there is only a 40% that day, but a 60% for your Tuesday. And as we head towards midweek, additional lingering showers may be possible Wednesday into Thursday. Overall, the 10-day forecast is trending more seasonable and cooler, and temperatures are expected to stay in the 70s through the end of that forecast that takes us through the start of October. Michael.
All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in with us for a little bit and enjoying some news and weather. We'll be back at 10 and 11 with a full newscast. Thanks so much for watching.